And we're live. Welcome to Wednesday. Guess what day it is? It is Hump Day edition of the SoReal Sports Podcast with your host, the CEO / owner, SoReal Studios LLC, Lamar SoReal. My partner in crime all the time, Reggie Walker. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Work, sports, home, kids, the usual.
Yeah, pretty much a whole bunch. I'm sitting here trying to finish watching this Braves game. And, well, so far so good. Hopefully we can finish in the ninth inning, Will Smith. But that's besides the point. We got some sports to talk about. We got to talk about some basketball. We're not going to do baseball this time. We'll wait till next week because I got something very important to bring up about baseball. And we got some football picks to make. First time making football picks since
The Hall of Fame game.
last year, pretty much. Because we came back in February.
Yeah, well, we predicted the Hall of Fame game, but does that really count?
No, that don't count. Yeah,
okay.
Care about the Hall of Fame game. Really, this preseason game don't count, but we're going to make picks like we always do. So let's get started. Let's talk about some basketball first. And the first thing I want to bring up is Isaiah Thomas. And no, we ain't talking about the Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas. We talking about IT. Little Isaiah Thomas. The one that used to be a Boston Celtic. Now, it seems that he dropped 81 in a Pro-Am game, and he got very emotional talking about that they done gave up on me. Now it's looking like the Lakers are looking into trying to pick him up. I don't think that'd be the only team that actually be interested, in air quotes, interested, because I don't think the Lakers will pick him up. But he dropped that 81. Kind of crazy that Kobe dropped 81, but it was in a real NBA game.
Thanks.
So I guess he still got a little bit of in him. I mean, he did do great for your Boston Celtics in the playoffs. So, Reggie, should an NBA team consider Isaiah Thomas to be on the roster?
I don't see why not. That 81-point performance shows he still got it. He's not old. He keeps his body in shape. Obviously, he don't mind going wherever he can get signed. I mean, he left Boston, went to spent a year in Cleveland, spent a year in LA. So I mean, he don't have a problem with getting up and readjusting his entire family just to fit his lifestyle, which is something that you really have to take in consideration on as far as moving and kids and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that somebody should give him a shot. If the Lakers are considering, which I did see as well, giving him a shot, I think that he should probably take that into consideration. I mean, if this is possibly your last chance to make any kind of impression to add to your resume to anybody else who would possibly pick you up outside of the 1-year deal that you possibly will sign with the Lakers. Not to mention that, LeBron James has creative control over who the Lakers pick up and or let go. He is the acting GM on that team. So, I mean, why not reunite him with LeBron? I mean, and give him a shot at getting the ring finally. And, here again, this will be a hashtag no excuse as to why LeBron can't go all the way if you have an explosive point guard like you do in him. So, yeah, I mean, he could easily go there. He could go literally anywhere and help any team out, whether it's coming off the bench. I do not want him to be a starter anywhere. But, for example, I mean, there's plenty of teams that need a point guard of his caliber, his playoff experience. So, yeah, the Lakers would be I think, a decent, destination for him. If not there, I mean, the Kings are available, Timberwolves are available. Mavs could use a point guard like him. I know Luka just re-signed, but I mean he can easily go there. Pelicans need a point guard. I mean, it's just it's plenty of places that he can go, and that's just out west. But yeah, he's still in my opinion, he's still a fairly decent player, not that injury prone. So yeah, if the Lakers were to sign him for a year on the minimum contract, I have no problem with that. He can go there and he can actually help, because who do they have at point guard?
Russell Westbrook. LeBron.
I'm just leave it at that right there. Well, yeah, you did say that they now have a big three, so you putting a lot of trust and faith in Russell Westbrook as far as him being a big presence.
Yes.
All right. So what you think, man? What you got?
Well, I see, since he did that in the Pro-Am, I would like for him to sign with a good, very decent summer league team. Check and see what he does there. I want to see what he do in summer league. I really don't think any team gonna actually sign him and use him, to be honest with you. It's just the crazy thing about it. On Sports Wave earlier today, shout out to the Sports Wave, people are always talking about Malik Newman. Malik Newman is a Mississippi man, and he actually got drafted. He really haven't done anything in the NBA, but matter of fact, he on my Spurs Summer League team. I think he dropped 19 points yesterday, and everybody have so much hope for him to actually make a roster and end up playing in the NBA. No, just some people just don't make it. IT had that great run, and since then, he just haven't made it. He got the big head once he left y'all, to be honest with you. Then when he went to the Cavs with LeBron the first time, he had the big head. He was like, I'm going to be the starting point guard. And you see what LeBron do with people who have the big head. Get rid of him. Guess what happened to Dennis Schroder? Dennis Schroder is a prime example of what happened whenever you get the big head and you join a LeBron James team thinking you going to run the team instead of him. You get rid of him. And you get to the point where you don't actually be relevant. Except for Kyrie. Kyrie left before LeBron actually tried to get rid of him. So Kyrie did his own thing. Dennis Schroder couldn't do that. IT can't do that. IT probably just joined somebody's G League team and put up some good numbers. He might sign a contract with a team, but he ain't going to be able to do too much because people ain't going to look at him like that. Can't use the too small method because he done dominated as a small point guard. He has put up great numbers before, but he's kind of too old. He's kind of too old to be showing up with that small point guard mentality in order to be able to dominate in this league this year. I mean, he'd be good coming off the bench, but it's a lot of teams that's already got bench players, especially bench point guards. Now, I see one team he can join, and it'll be awesome. That'd be the Clippers. I would love to see him in the Clippers uniform just to sit there and be against LeBron and try to do whatever it takes to prevent them from making it to the championship. Because that's the only thing he can do right now. Joining LeBron would not help him out. That'd just be another player, another former All-Star on that team. They already got 8 All-Stars on that team. 9 just be ridiculous. So I don't see him going anywhere besides a summer league team, might join a G League. And if he do sign somewhere, they ain't going to use him.
On that note, 32 is not a bad number. It's not old, like I mentioned earlier.
It's
And
NBA old.
that's actually prime time NBA age.
So
So
Westbrook is prime.
okay, keep mentioning Westbrook.
He's
I'm not
32.
I'm not understanding why.
You said he's 32.
Yeah, that's a good age in the NBA. That's where either you peak before or you peak after 30.
Hmm.
So I mean he's borderline right there. He peaked a little bit before, but at the same time he was with a good system that Boston had. Once he left, it was deteriorating in Cleveland. It was too early for that Laker team. So I just feel like that doesn't really play a factor into it. But yeah, his age doesn't play a factor into it. Yeah, him joining a summer league team, yeah, I can see that. Him landing on a G League team, I can see that. Him joining the Clippers with the certainty of Kawhi being available, that's not helping. It's not, because we don't know what Kawhi got going on.
Kawhi is out for next year, so you can eliminate him.
That with Kawhi gone, that him replacing what Kawhi could do is not going to help them, control or contain the Lakers at all. As far as getting there, he cannot match what Kawhi can do on either end of the floor.
Nah, he don't have to match because Reggie Jackson will put up good numbers.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, it'd be a lot that will put up good numbers. It's just that IT, they ain't got nothing to lose. The Clippers ain't got nothing to lose next year. They pretty much preparing themselves for the year after, 2023. 2023, 24 season. So without Kawhi, they ain't going to be able to do anything. And I mean anything. Well, we hoping for good things for good old IT. We hoping for it. Now, let's continue with the Boston talk, because we're going to talk about Dennis Schroder. This man received Donkey of the Day from Charlemagne the God, all because he turned down a 4-year, $84 million extension with the Lakers, and he only ended up getting a 1-year deal worth $5.9 million from the Boston Celtics. Yeah, he deserved Donkey for that. Believing in himself and failing for believing. But he's on a team. He's on your team, Reggie. So I need to ask you this. Was it a good move for Dennis Schroder to sign with y'all?
It was a good move for my organization because we needed point guard. Was it a good move for Dennis Schroder himself? No. You just shit yourself out of $79 million. And that is a bad look. Who couldn't use an additional $79 million in their life right now? I can't think of a fucking soul. So with that being said, he deserves Donkey of the Day. I agree. Charlemagne was right when he came out with that. I don't know what the hell in his mind told him that, you know what, I'll leave the Lakers, who are offering me all this fucking money, but I'll just go 1 year over here and just accept 5.9. I'm not sure if it was a him thing or his manager, but I'm more so thinking that it was his manager and he just basically followed suit with it. So good move for my Celtics for getting them for cheap. So yeah, cheap. Like, I mean, it's not, I think it was like $5.94 million. That's all we got to do is just pay him that for 1 year. Is that going to help my team? I don't really think so. But I mean, we do need a point guard. We need a big man more so than anything. But I will easily take a point guard to replace Kemba Walker, and I think that that's a good move for us. For him, no. You are an idiot. There's nobody that I can think of right now, with or without money, who would turn something like that down. That's unimaginable. That's unheard of. It's unrealistic. So yeah, that's my take on it. But let's go Celtics.
I think it was a great move for your organization. Y'all picked up a really good point guard for pretty much next to nothing. And by the way, Kemba Walker, he signed a 2-year, $18 million contract with the Knicks. So he lost money too. But he got bought out, so he ended up getting the money that he had anyway. Now, for Dennis Schroder, yes, he betted on himself. He actually thought he was going to make more. Turns out he made a whole lot less. But it could be a positive thing going out of this. He could help the Boston Celtics end up being a contender in the East, who is very, very loaded right now, because you got the Milwaukee Bucks. You have the Philadelphia 76ers. You have the Miami Heat. You actually have the Chicago Bulls, who are very up and coming. And I already told you they were going to be top 4 in the East anyway. So having Dennis Schroder definitely put y'all still at the top ranks of the East. And he can actually improve. He has a chance to show what he can do in Boston. And he could eventually get a good contract next year, because it's only a 1-year deal. So it ain't like that after this 1 year, he ain't going to be able to get no money. It depends on how he play, especially playing with y'all. And like you said, y'all do need a point guard. I believe he will be a good point guard for y'all, because he definitely is a scorer. He's not really a playmaker, but he averaged 5.8 assists last year. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent for a point guard.
That's good enough for me.
So I actually like this move for him. Hopefully, he actually do something this year and don't try to be the number 1 player and have the big head, because LeBron James already proved to you that you ain't worth that much money. That's the reason why you ain't get it. So, congratulations to y'all. Glad he didn't go nowhere else. Especially in the East, because the East.
Yeah, I was just going to say, in any one of them teams that you just named, I'm glad that we had a chance to.
People that went to the 76ers, man. It would have been an easy trade for them to trade Ben Simmons, and they still be one of the best teams in the East. All right, that's enough basketball. Let's finish it off with some football. We got 5, count them, 5 on the schedule for tomorrow. We got 2 for tomorrow, 3 for Friday. The reason why we're doing Friday is because we will be doing Muscle Shirt Friday, and around that time, the games will be already happening. And we'll have 5 for this weekend anyway on Muscle Shirt Friday. So, let's get started. First matchup, the Washington football team taking on the New England Patriots. Now, New England Patriots will be playing Mac Jones, I believe. If they play Cam Newton, they should be ashamed of this.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Who?
I'm not saying that. So, who you got in this, Rich?
Give me the football team, man. I like the football team.
Football team. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not taking the football team. Give me the Patriots. I really want to see what he gonna do in this. What Mac Jones gonna do tomorrow. I really want to see.
He gonna look fresh. He gonna look well polished and relaxed in the pocket. I can tell that. I just feel like Washington has better defense, and defense is what wins games. So
that's true. That's true. All right, next one. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off their victory in the Hall of Fame game, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if the Eagles end up starting Jalen Hurts, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not going to lie. They better start Joe Flacco and let him play the whole game. If not Flacco, do Mullins. Start Nick Mullins. God damn it. And Dwayne Haskins better start for the Pittsburgh Steelers because we all see how terrible Whack-A-Mole was last Thursday in the Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
Now, Reggie, who you got in this one?
Fly, Eagles, fly. They will win this game. Okay. And it will be because of Hurts.
Hurts better not play. Give me Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers will win this one, all because of one person.
Dwayne Haskins.
No, Joshua Dobbs. Watch out what Joshua Dobbs will do in this game. That's what I'm believing in. All right, next one. Got the Tennessee Titans.
Friday.
The Atlanta Falcons. Who you got in this one? I don't know too much about neither team, so I don't really care.
Well, Julio is now with Tennessee, and that's about it. Give me the Falcons, just for shits and giggles.
I agree. I got the Falcons on this one too.
You said it right.
Got it. All right. Next one, we got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. I do expect Jared Goff to play because they need to check to see what can he do. They do not know what Jared Goff can do, so hopefully he plays at least 2 to 3 series. Who you got in this one?
Lions. He will go out there and show up big and show why they got him on that team.
I don't believe that, but I am picking Detroit to win this game.
All right.
Last but not least, we got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Cowboys do not have not one quarterback. And last time I checked, they haven't signed a quarterback. So they taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Doesn't really matter who they backup is. They playing the Dallas Cowboys, who does not have a quarterback. So, Reggie, who you got in this one?
I wouldn't pick the Dallas Cowboys if they were playing the Tupelo Midgets. So give me the Cardinals.
So you got the Cardinals. Okay.
I'm not picking the Cowboys.
I just looked at who the backup quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm picking them because Colt McCoy will end up beating the Dallas Cowboys.
The old Longhorn himself?
Yeah. So give me Colt McCoy and Cowboys, y'all trade. But y'all are on Hard Knocks. I guess that's some kind of credit. It really doesn't matter.
Well, to be honest, when the Cleveland Browns was on the Hard Knocks, 3-4 years ago, I was the only one of us. Well, Pat was behind me a little bit. I was the only one that was saying,
always behind you. Pause, but go ahead.
You know what? That is terrible. I'm definitely telling him to watch this show. That is terrible. Yeah, he was the only other one that had my back on the Browns, and
I always have your back.
he was saying "Go Dogs" every time I was saying "Go Dogs." So we're gonna leave it at that and keep all the other shit that you gotta say off the damn show.
Okay, all right. So we both got the Cardinals I think I done said enough.
You have.
For your segment.
Fucking mute yourself.
Go right ahead.
All right. I would just like to discuss the fact that today it was brought to my attention by a coworker that I hadn't even noticed because I was doing some training, but it was brought to my attention that amongst everything that's going on in the Houston Texans locker room, that Deshaun Watson is now listed as the fourth string quarterback of the Houston Texans. And when I say fourth, I mean literally number 4 as far as the depth chart goes. Everybody knows what's going on with Deshaun Watson. If you don't know, I will bring you up to speed. Since last season, Deshaun Watson, to my knowledge, has 22 sexual misconduct charges against him and pled not guilty. Nothing else has happened on their case. The NFL hasn't released anything. Lawyers haven't said anything. So basically, it's at a standstill right now. A few months ago, we was looking at the possibility of him not even being a part of that organization and or even in the league anymore. Since then, he has shown up to practice, declined a lot of media coverage. The coach has declined declined to answer a lot of questions that the media has thrown out there. But here's where it's get interesting. He's still on the team. He still has a job. He has not been prosecuted. He has not gone to full trial over all of these alleged, air quotes, allegations against him. So technically, this black man still has a job in the white man's world. With that being said, he is now sitting behind another black man who we don't know can take this organization anywhere, and that is Tyrod Taylor. He is actually listed as a starter as of right now on the unofficial depth chart. The next quarterback is somebody who Lamar loves, and that is Jeff Driscoll. The next quarterback, who is the third string quarterback, is somebody who I am unfamiliar with, but played for Stanford and was selected in the 2021 draft in Davis Mills. Have no idea who that guy is. Did not watch a single Stanford game last year. I don't even think they probably put Stanford on any major networks last year so that his talents can be displayed. But he did get picked up, and the 3-time Pro Bowler, the playoff winning quarterback, Deshaun Watson, is now sitting behind that guy. So that's very interesting and very cautious to me as a fan, because I see this as the Houston Texans organization as going down. The Houston Texans were decent in the year that they came into the league in 2002 until they started going downhill with shifting quarterbacks and shifting personnel. They got solid when they actually drafted Deshaun Watson in 2017, and they have stayed around the same parameters that they have been since they drafted him. That organization bloomed. Since then, they like I said, they've been doing good. It wasn't until this past season to where we found out, this past offseason to where we found out that all this stuff was going on with him. And now it seems like they're taking another nosedive. I just would like to shed light on the situation by saying that we should keep a close eye on it and see how things are going. Not sure if everybody knows, but Goodell, who everybody hates, including myself, only has a few years left on his contract. So that also could play a major role in what's going to happen with him over the next couple of years, and especially this year as far as sliding him into possibly a higher on the depth chart. But that decision is going to be made by Goodell. It's not going to be in the organization type of decision. But just keep a close watch on that. If especially if you're a Houston Texan fan, just keep a watch on that, and do not hesitate to throw your comments in the comment section. Voice your opinion. We will gladly get back to you, let you know what we think, how things are going. If we find out something, we'll let you know. If y'all find out something, let us know. And yeah, that's my segment.
Thanks for the update on our boy Deshaun Watson.
I was this close to talking about WWE, man.
I know, man. You getting there. You are getting there. But I'll save it for you on Monday. But as of right now,
I'm not gonna be here Monday.
We're done for this Wednesday. So you know what's coming up? Muscle Shirt Friday. And yes, I will wear a muscle shirt. I've been wearing muscle shirts all week. Only because it's hot as hell up in here. I'm sorry. I don't have any air conditioning in this room. So I got to deal with the heat that's already outside. And now since it's hot, I got a lot to deal with. So,
in hindsight, when I was there for the Super Bowl, you said you wanted a heater. I got you a heater. But I should have got you something to transition into.
Right now, this fan is the only thing that's helping me right now.
Yeah, I can't do nothing.
Yeah, fan ain't doing nothing but blowing heat. But it'll be all right.
Truth be told,
we are close to the NFL season, so you know it's gonna get cold. So we're gonna have Muscle Shirt Friday with our picks. NFL preseason will be added to there. Big Three did not make it. Hopefully, we get to watch it this weekend and find some way to.
Yeah, you was pretty tied up this past weekend with your son. I had some stuff going on, and then also with UFC, it was just a lot going on. But yeah, hopefully this weekend will be better.
Right. All right. Like always, we give you our salute, and we'll see y'all on Friday.
Yes, sir.